What's up everybody, and this is Inimical GG here, continuing my cast of the best of 5 series between Tempo Storm and Cloud9 Maelstrom in the Titan Arena that was sponsored by MLG about a week or two ago in February 2015. So I'm just gonna pop that down. There you go. Here we are into the match. We are on Shire, and for Tempo Storm, the blue team, I'm sorry, I'm on the red side, so let me go over to them. So, Tempo Storm, the blue team, we've got Arthalon on Terran, Dreadnought on Tacit, RK Rob on Valor Soldier on Diablo, Galrung on Kerrigan, and on the red team, C9 Maelstrom, we've got Dunk Train on Sergeant Hammer, Biceps on Utherai, Dream on Rhaegar, RK Pro on Jaina, and King Caffeine on ETC, the Rock and Roll Master. Looks like these guys are going to be hanging out mid. They are grouped mid, and some cheeky play here from Tempo Storm. Counts from Kerrigan, not gonna do it. The Lady Frankenstein, I forget what that skin's actually called. That's what it reminds me of, though. Fly up here. Sick Kerrigan mount. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. The skin has its own mount. Transportation, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so not a whole lot here. We got the shrines in 20 seconds. It's 1-1. Very exciting stuff going on in this game. Actually, there is. Wow, I was being sarcastic, and here we go. Sergeant Hammer's almost dead. Dunk Chain's got to get the hell out of there, and he doesn't. We got first blood on the red team, and I know, or for blue team rather, I know you guys out there that you play League, you play MLG, you're like, oh, first blood, no, the whole game's over. We just have to sit here for 15 minutes and wait for them to GG. Well, Heroes of the Storm isn't like that. And I'm not going to talk about comparisons because right now the shrines are up and we're going to see who's going to get what shrine, what's going to happen. And so far we've got a cap from blue team, which is being contested right now by ETC. We got the tanks duking it out, 1v1 for top shrine, which is actually, they got names, they have names. This is the, what is this? No, tell me. Sunshine. Oh, I'm clicking on it. I thought it was still clicked on. Wow. Anyway, Sunshine, Moonshine. That makes sense, right? Nighttime, daytime. Oh wow, I can look at the bottom and here they are. So this tells you when your team has both, in case you can't see the mini map. As a Heroes of the Storm player, you really want to be aware of the mini map when you're playing the game. And we've got a group here mid for Tempo Storm, and rightfully so. They need to defend as C9 Maelstrom actually controls both shrines right now. So when you control both shrines, they light up this big little statue here. And when you click on the statue, you become the statue, and you run around the map like a crazy thing and kill stuff. And it's pretty great. Early game, Dragon doesn't really matter so much. Once you get past, and actually, hold on, let me cut myself off here, and ETC is actually going to get away from Kerrigan, so no blood lost there on C9's part, and it's only going to be a 1-1 kill stat in the game, and we're going to just split off a mid maybe, and Diablo's actually coming down. Soldier's going to come down, try and get Rhaegar out, but Diablo's not really a tank that can kind of do things like a Malfurion or an Arthas would, where you just go in there and you just like stun them. You can go into someone, you can like pick them up and slam them, but to get close to someone you have to do your giant charge thing, which just kicks them away. So anyway, we've got a tower or a shrine for each team here, and both teams are going to be doing the siege camps. Red's going to clear this one out faster. Then blue, but blue's going to secure the bottom here. So Tempo Storm has one, ETC and Diablo fighting him, but Diablo's trying to get away because he doesn't have a lot of mana, so he's kind of scared. He doesn't want to fight ETC when he doesn't have a lot of mana to cast abilities and maybe actually handle himself against ETC better. But looks like we might see a contest here for bot, and actually Arthalon with a sick lunar flare, and they're only going to get one kill out of that, but still they get one kill and the shrine, so that's good enough. However, ETC just doing work up here with his crazy Jeremiah Johnson rocker skin. I don't even know what you would call that. Anyway, we've got our Rhaegar mid. We've got 3 on C9 coming bot. They have a feeling that the bruisers are being taken by Tempo, and they are, so they're going to just kill these bruisers before we even get a chance to get close enough to the turrets. So C9's still holding the top tower. They will deal with these bruisers. Meanwhile, the bot shrine, I keep calling towers, I'm sorry. The bot shrine is going to be held by Tempo Storm, and I think at this point both teams, this is kind of a gentleman's agreement. Diablo, he's not actually trying to, oh, now he goes. But ETC sees him, so ETC is going to sit in the bush, and he's going to be like, well, now I'm going to go in. I don't know why he went in right there, but let's see what's going to happen mid. So Blue's got both, so if Dreadnought can get on this with Tass, he can get Dragon here in 5 minutes, which it's not bad. You know, it's good for the early game, and at least get some damage done on the turrets, if not take the turrets completely out. But later on in the game, when you're at like 20 minutes, and this is true for other objectives that are like Dragon on other maps, the longer the game goes, the stronger the main objective gets, and I think it's even true for camps as well. And it looks like just gentleman's agreement here. These guys are just gonna hang out. They're gonna do their bruisers. They're each gonna hold a shrine. Oh, Diablo's actually gonna mess up this plan, so the shrine is gonna be capped. So the Dragon Knight might actually go to Tempo Storm here, but the rotate's coming in. Dreadnought can't get it. It's immediately contested by ETC, and oh god, the Lion in wait here. Both teams onto each other. They know, and Jaina's gonna get nuked down. Diablo's ultimate. Dream. Oh, I called an ultimate. I'm so sorry. It's an heroic ability because he's a hero. And ETC's gonna get slammed back by Diablo, and that's Tassadar. He's hitting him with a lightning bolt, and that's gonna be top shrine and top turrets, possibly top fort if they can keep this up. Archelon's trying to help as best as he can as Ferran. She doesn't really have a lot of wave clearing abilities. Vala's coming down here to mess up Hammer and try and contest, but this is a fight you don't want to take as Vala, because when you get close enough to Hammer, it's just GG and you're just gone. And that's then you got the Napalm, and you got her basic attacks, which we look at the talent build here for Sergeant Hammer really fast. We've got her basic. She only took one of the basic attacks. And he's got Napalm Strike. Okay, so Napalm Strike, and we've got Strafe on Vala. Just kind of checking out talents. Meanwhile, Uther goes down, and Hammer getting caught out here might actually go down as well. It's gonna get away, but this might be a free siege camp for Tempo, but they're not gonna take it. Vala's actually gonna get Shrine, and they're defending mid. And they're 1-3-1 right now. They need to hop on this Dragon Knight right away, and they're actually rotating away from mid. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get Dragon, but they just weren't paying attention. I think they thought that Vala was going to be ganked, but it's still early, so even if Vala died there, as long as she still controlled the tower, or the shrine rather, that's a Dragon Knight for them. So Dreadnought here has the Dragon Knight, and this is a cool little thing. Look at closer. Look at this big beefy dragon. He's like, yo, I got fire breath. I'm blowing it all over your minions, and everyone's like, yo, man, that's not cool, bro. Your dragon, like he's solo pushing his dragon. ETC's gonna come down here. They're gonna deal with this split push that is coming out from Tempo Storm. And Tempo Storm, oh, that straight from KO's Vala was beautiful. However, not quite gonna do it, as they were kind of splitting up in that fight. Diablo's gonna come in, try and do some work. He's not really gonna be able to do much. Even if he catches Uther here, which he does, Uther should be able to get away with the amount of slow that Jaina's gonna have. Jaina should. Yeah, slow chill. Free, yeah. Jaina's playing straight frost here. It's bam. You wanna get those slows down, it's important. Now, especially if you're a DPS without any escape, which is kind of what the complaint is about Jaina. And we are actually going to see an engagement here. They're going hard on Diablo right now, which is makes more sense. Oh, and actually Task goes into his Archon mode. Diablo goes into his Fire Breathing Dragon ultimate, and oh man, the healing wore down, and this is a 5v3. The Tempo Storm can't fight, even though they're level up. They got to get out of there. They will give up bot camp control, but actually, they're going to go for Siege, while C9 was thinking about going in there and going after them. And Rager's going to lurk in the mid bot bushes, and they're actually going to take their own Siege. So, and now they're taking their own Siege. Tempo Storm's like, well, hey, you guys had an opportunity there to get this bruiser while we were getting ours, but you wanted to maybe try and contest, and you didn't, so now this is our bruiser. So cheers to us, we've got a talent ahead of you guys, and speaking of which, let's see what they picked. They've got Blood for Blood on Valor and Kerrigan, with Firestorm on Diablo, Dimensional Warp on Tassadar. Huge fight here. Oh my god, why? When I just one time, I just want to look at what's happening on the stat side of the game, and fights happen. It's actually just a 1-for-1 trade. Maybe, yeah, 1-for-1 trade here. That's right, Uther is actually technically still alive. Now he's dead. That's the one thing about Uther too, is like if you're playing with an Uther and you see an Uther at like the front of the fight, like he doesn't care if he dies, man. If he casts all of his abilities and then like casts his heroic, casts Divine Storm, he's just gonna die and just have his ability still, you know? Like he can still cast everything, he can still heal. Like Uther's just he's a very interesting character to play. If you have a team that knows that Uther's capable of doing something like that, you can really follow up on a lot of kills that general pubs kind of miss out on. Anyway, Diablo and Tass. This is tempo, 4-man, 5-man, because Valor's coming up. It is 17-15, so generally after about level 13 is when you want to really start trying to be together as much as possible. As just generally you get caught out, you're going to get nuked, you're going to be down for, you know, anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds and upwards as the game continues to progress. Meanwhile, C9, they are waiting for Tempo to make a mistake, and the reason they're waiting for that is because they need Tempo to make a mistake here. They need a good fight to happen for them, so that way they can get to level 17, and there goes Jaina. And they're going to be down 4v5 already, and that's not what you want to do. You don't want to be on the bad side of a power play. And Arthalon just having some fun with King Caffeine there. He's like, hey buddy, I know you're far away, but I'm going to go ahead and drop my Lunar Flare. I don't even have escapes, so I'm still going to walk away from you because I don't care. I actually played against Arthalon Starand in a match on Misclicks a few weeks ago. It was actually pretty awesome. I was playing Nazebo, I think. Nazebo, no, I was playing Arthas, that's right. Very interesting match. We lost, but barely. It was very, very close. Meanwhile here, anyway, Laron, Scott the Dragon Knight, he's doing some work here on this middle turret structure in the gate. And he's going to go ahead and get that down, so this should be a free keep, but he's going to have to back off because C9 Maelstrom is just a little too hot to take that fight right now, even though they're 2 levels down. And that's something you want to be wary of in Heroes. Sometimes if a team wants to fight you when they're down, even though most of the time it might not be intelligent, some of the time it just means they've got a lot of moxie, they know how to handle themselves, and they're comfortable operating within that 2-level disadvantage. They see it as a disadvantage, yes, but it doesn't hamper their abilities to play properly and also like aggressively make good plays. So anyway, Valorant's gonna pop out of that Dragon Knight, and we're gonna have a Siege Camp steal. And the reason that this is a steal is because if you look at the minimap, it is on the red team side. So this should be a camp that red team should have had, but they did not. So this is going to be Tempo Storm Siege Camp. Siege Camps, the reason that they're good, you might think, well, hey, they're just 2 big, huge giants that just throw shot puts slowly at things. They outrange the ranged structures in the game that shoot your minions, like turrets and forts. So they are awesome for pushing things like that, and they are very good to complement a bruiser camp. So they're always good to get a bruiser, but here it looks like we're going to have a team fight here. The Shrines, they haven't even said that they're going to be up yet. Like, Soldier's going to pop up his heroic there. There goes Dreadnought's Archon heroic, and Jaina's heroic goes off. That Water Elemental, which gets absolutely disgusting at level 20. And mimics your abilities. It's so good. I think you can cast your abilities or mimic. I can't remember which. I don't play Jaina that often. Meanwhile, iDream's going to barely get out of here. Believed he burned Ancestral himself just to stay alive there. He was that low. And this is where the level advantage comes in. They're confident here. They're taking fights. They haven't lost anyone yet. Starfall goes down. And, oh man, that yank and a Starfall from Soldier was so legit. Biceps is going to get taken out here from Kerrigan Ether as the Ghost. He's going to get a stun with the Hammer of Justice on Dreadnought, but it's not going to really help him out. Dreadnought's going to push forward here, take those minions out. And man, Shrines are up in 5 seconds. This should be a free dragon for Tempo Storm if they want it. Lots of minions top here, so as soon as this Shrine gets capped here, KO's probably going to come down here and clear that wave out real fast, because man, that's a lot of push power. You don't want that many minions hitting your turrets, especially this late into the game, even if you do have a 2-level advantage. Actually, this totally looks untouched, so very interesting. And Dragon Knight free, Arthalon's got it. He's just buying time, doing a little square dancing in mid, waiting for his team to come help him out. You always want to push with this generally, unless you're like a sick, crazy pro team and you have like a strategy worked out for split pushing with the objective, but generally it's not recommended. And actually Arthalon's just, he's going on the backside, man. He's like what Zeppelin says, man. Arthalon, he's a backdoor man. He's going on the backside of that keep, and he's hitting it hard with his axe. He's going Jack Torrance on that thing. And here's Johnny. He better get out of there though now, because it's going to be a 4v1, and they're going to get stunned away. And meanwhile, teammates come in, Tempo Storm, just to save them. They're actually going to grab that bruiser too. So C9 Maelstrom, they are hurting. Tell you what, they had an amazing first game. They really looked in command, and I gotta say the same thing is true now for Tempo Storm for this game. You could say that maybe Tempo Storm is very comfortable in Dragon Shire. You could say that C9 is not very comfortable in Dragon Shire. It's all very early. You know, we're still in beta. Don't have a lot of statistics to go on, but it could have also just been they're good on both maps, and they just got kind of the lucky end of some fights or some objectives or whatever. Both teams in either game so far. So anyway, Tempo Storm should be able to close this out. They're just getting camps, you know, Diablo's ran. This is what you want to do. If you got camps up, you want to have 2 guys getting camps. You want to have a guy in a lane. You know, one guy in each lane, but as the game progresses, you know, past 13, you want to move away from that and just have 3 guys in a lane while your other 2 are getting a camp. But that's only if you have map control like this and you've got vision, you know where your opponents are. You don't want to be doing that when you're behind, because generally you're going to get ganked and then your team's going to be down in a 5v3 power play that you just don't want. So meanwhile, C9 Maelstrom trying to make an adequate defense here. Shrines are going to be up in 30 seconds, so let's see what Tempo Storm can get done here. They're 5-man pushing bot lane. The turret's almost down, so it's just going to be the keep, but C9 making adequate defense, and actually that was just a stall by Tempo Storm, so good stall, zoning them out, keeping them occupied so they can't take position over the turrets. C9 not anticipating that kind of strategic thinking and positioning, so they kind of got caught out in their base, and now they don't have position, and there should be another free dragon for Tempo Storm, and there it is. And Arthalon's going to walk by with it, and this is going to be Ants go marching on. Arthalon's got his trusty steed. He's got his axe. He's gonna hit this keep. And that just rhymed. That wasn't intentional. That keep's gonna fall. And is he gonna go for keep or are they gonna go for core? It's 19 minutes. This is a pretty powerful dragon. Attack damage is 460. Fortunately, the C key doesn't work to tell me what he can totally do, but that's alright. And they're actually going to push this mid down too, so mid and top are going down. This is complete abuse. In this game, what happens when you take a keep down, you know, in Dota and League, you get like super minions. And here, it's just you get catapults, and the catapults are really strong. They fire really slowly, but coupled with minions, they are a powerhouse. And man, C9's trying to fight this, and granted they are level 20, they can handle themselves here, but still, you know, this is really Tempo Storm's game to lose, and Arthlon goes in for a quick boot. That might have cost him, but he is full health and he can get out of there. C9 is just trying to stay on Dunk Train as he's pushing. This is going to be another siege camp steal from Tempo Storm. Man, I tell you what, these guys are just, they're playing it so safe. They've got a lead, they can close this game out whenever, but they're taking camps, they're taking keeps down. You know, they still have all of their tier 2s up. You know, all their forts are still up. This is a fort, right? Yeah, fort. Just in case you want to know the difference, this is a keep. So the keep, get closer here. This looks like a giant castle. Your fort. So C9's group bot. Tempo's managed to take both siege now. They saw him bot. These guys are rotating up, and now actually have second thoughts. Are going to deal with the siege camp. Not such a bad idea. When the siege can outrange the core, but they're actually going to give up their bruisers here. Diablo's just, you know, YOLO solo in this camp because he doesn't care. He's the tank. Diablo never dies. Diablo and Arthas never die. They don't even need healers. And, you know, even if Diablo dies, he just respawns again anyway. So, kind of in the same vein there. Those two heroes. And here comes the shrines. And man, I tell you what, if there's something C9 needs right now, it's a fight that goes their way. It's the Dragon Knight. And man, I don't even know if that's gonna be, you know, because they're gonna have to just Dragon Knight themselves. It's just gonna get them through a fort and maybe do some turret damage on a keep, but nah, they're gonna need more than just that. So they have got a long road ahead. Meanwhile, someone's always got to be defending against these creeps. Because all two of these minion waves are gonna have turrets. Meanwhile, Tempo Storm both shrines, and gonna vacate mid. Maybe no, they're gonna stay there. Tyrande threw owl out, so Tempo knows that they're C9's in mid, waiting to take a fight. So very huge posturing here, but the hammer actually enables this. This hammer is just so strong when she's sieged. You can't just run into her. It's just like siege tanks in StarCraft. You can't just run into a bunch of siege tanks. You're just gonna die. So these guys want to take a fight on Dunk Train's area of range there, and he's edging close. He's trying to move around. He is using that hammer ability where or the hammer talent that you pick where you move around, which is hover siege mode, which is pretty cool. So gives a little bit more mobility to a character who virtually has none for the most part. And here we go. This is it. Oh my lord, let's take the talents down. We don't care about talents here. We care about the scrappy fights, and they're not defending the core. The core is defending itself. The core can take care of itself. You know, the core got kicked out when it was 16. It's been living alone for years. It knows how to work. Bam. can survive on its own. Meanwhile, Lunar Flare on the hammer, and the cleanse and the Divine Storm, and the Starfall, and there's AoEs everywhere. I don't know who won that fight, but Dreadnought's going to try and take the dragon, but he's not going to get it. And he's actually going to get body block trapped in, but he's going to get out because he's Tassaring as a sneaky little eel Protoss snake scum, and we all hate Protosses, right? Meanwhile, these guys aren't going to get away, barely. And that should be a dragon. So, wow, C9 Maelstrom. Sorry, I'm not bored. I'm just tired. C9 Maelstrom managing to take control of mid. Hammer's going to siege up. And they need to get this dragon so bad. 24 minutes in, this dragon could do a lot of damage. However, all the team members of Team Tempo are alive. And they're going mid to defend. The siege camp actually being taken now by C9 Maelstrom, and they actually threw a decoy. They actually decoyed the dragon. They even tricked me, man. I thought they were gonna go for dragon. They didn't. They just went siege camp. So interesting play there. Those siege camps are gonna actually get killed. So got a contest down here, but he's barely gonna get away. Look like he got a venom there. And oh my god, the ETC actually doesn't get away. And that's gonna be horrible for C9 Maelstrom. I mean, they're in a power play now. This is just awful. Oh, and Hammer just gets completely shredded by Team Tempo there. And this is gonna be it. Arthalon's pushing with the dragon. He's chasing people down, trying to kick them away so there's even less defense here. 2 members are down for C9 Maelstrom, and this should be it. Force taking a lot of. Look how hard that this dragon says 600 attack damage. This dragon, that's ridiculous. Divine Storm comes down. Chaos taking a lot of damage, but that's 0% on the core, so that's GG. And that's game 2. Tempo Storm versus C9 Maelstrom on Dragon Shire. So the series is going to be 1-1. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and stay tuned in for the rest of this series. I will have it up as soon as possible. Should all be up on playlist, but if it's not working properly, go ahead and holler at me and I'll fix it. Go ahead and like and sub and comment on this video as well. Share it with your friends, and I will see you guys on the flip side.